How every morning starts. Cup of coffee. And away we go. Hope you enjoy the video. Well, all great adventures start with about the same thing. The hero, me. And then there's a debacle or a problem. And then the hero wins in the end. Well, here we go. It is Friday, July 28th. We are supposed to leave here in about an hour. We have one minor setback. It seems that the tire company that I called 2 days ago actually went by and talked to them. Didn't quite make it on time. So yesterday a guy came out at 4:30 with 2 tires in the back of his truck, said, "Yep, we'll get right to that." Jacked the truck up, loosened up the lug nuts, put it right back together, and said, "I got another guy coming out to change the tires." Well, 5 o'clock this morning, they show up. So we got a hitch in our get-along. Everything else is pretty much ready. Just have to unhook, slide in, da-da-da. One of the cool things, the hot rod is sitting on a U-Haul car hauler from Enterprise Rent a Truck. I've got a 2024 Dodge 2500 Cummins diesel amazing truck towing that. The motorhome is going to haul my dented up enclosed trailer that I purchased because I own too much junk, and we'll be on the road. So I'm not going to bore you with driving down the road and fast forward so you can see me drive for 6 hours, 7 hours today. We're going to do a 2-day trip to Tennessee. I pretty much got everything packed up. It's hard to imagine how much junk you collect. Would have been so much easier if I had not had tools. But the freezer's in the back full of good food. The refrigerator's in the back with, well, more condiments than any human really needs. I've got my tool tray sitting under here, which you've already seen before. So, and there's a 75% chance of rain today, so hopefully they won't get trashed. And we're about ready, and I fed the dogs. We'll get them outside for a minute, get their jack loaded up, and away we'll go. So if anything exciting happens, well, you'll know when this video posts because I will record it. So wish us luck. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye. I forgot to mention, Dos Equis has a deal at BJ's. 2 of their mini kegs for like 30 bucks, 31 bucks. Which doesn't sound like a heck of a deal until you figure it out by an ounce, and it's cheaper than a case of beer. Well, one of those got broke into last night when all of my friends down here decided, well, I actually invited them over so that we could have a drink before we left. And, geez, I'm a little rough around the edges this morning. My wife, well, she didn't want to get out of bed. She's going to pick up our friend that's going to be driving my motorhome. I don't know that they make enough coffee to make me feel better by noon, but we'll see. I'm awake. I'm out of bed. That's a plus. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, it wouldn't be an adventure if things didn't happen. I'm in a pouring rainstorm. I have an AC compressor that locked up, so I can't run the AC, which means I can't run the defrosters, which means I have a nice foggy windshield. Thankfully, I brought the bathroom squeegee. At least I can squeegee it off. On the road here, and everybody's going 5 miles an hour. Scared to death of rain. Apparently there's a wreck in the southbound lanes because 2 ambulances just went by, sadly. So we're bopping along, making a little progress. We're about a quarter of the way to Tennessee, so I'll be back with you in a while. I'm going to keep driving. Hello everybody, it's me, now in Tennessee. Start this video off with my newest acquisition. This is a 2008 Avalanche. I got this because, well, when I start building, I'm going to need something to haul a little bit of lumber, tow a trailer. I kind of needed a pickup truck, kind of needed a car, kind of needed a Tahoe. So you get the idea. So I picked this thing up. It's 2008. It's got a 5.3 in it. Who knows what'll happen to it. It is four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it. It's one of the few I found that doesn't have a lot of rust. And surprisingly, it is super clean. Now that's kind of false, but in a good way. They have put new seat bases on, and whoever did it did a beautiful job. This back has been replaced. This bottom has been replaced. The other side, the bottom, has been replaced. It has a dash cover, as you can see the seam, but the headliner is beautiful. It's a clean old truck. Of course, everybody knows that the price of trucks has gone through the roof, but I got it for a pretty reasonable price. These are pretty cool. The back of it pops off. Each one of these pieces comes off. The back window is removable. The back behind the seats fold down. You can get an 8-foot sheet of plywood in. It does have a locking tailgate, which locks with the remote. It doesn't open like a regular tailgate. It only takes a finger and it opens. They aren't perfectly watertight as they get a little older. Obviously the weather strips go away a little bit, but that can be fixed. But she's a pretty clean old piece. Now for the Gypsy Band Camp, here we are. My wife's Cadillac, and there's our coach. It's a 40-foot diesel pusher with a Freightliner chassis. We put up a little dog fence here so that we can let the dogs out, and then put the leashes on them to walk them. The problem with having 3 full-size dogs all over 50 pounds is that when you open that door, they can about bowl you over. So we went ahead and just picked this up on Amazon. It's 24 pieces, I don't know, a couple $100. But that way we can open the door, they come zooming out, then we put the leashes on, we open up the gate, and out they come. So the bus has got 4 slides. It's a pretty trick old girl. It's a 2007 chassis, 2008 build. Super, super clean. The paint is excellent, it shines. It's got a basement underneath. And this is our home for the next few months. We're in the process of getting dirt work done in the next week or 2 on our 13 acres here in Tennessee. And then we're building a 50-foot deep by 72-foot wide barn. In the middle of it is where this old girl will go. On one side will be my shop, the other side will be an apartment. We'll move into the apartment, probably sell the coach after a year or so, and start building ourselves a log cabin. So because we've moved our entire house, under here out in the rain is our chest freezer full of food from another house. I have my tool tray and some other stuff here. Of course, the extra coolers, propane tanks, my Yeti with cold snacks in it, as Derek from Vice Grip Garage would call them. We've got our griddle out here. I do have a small grill as well. And that's about all for that. Now I'm going to take you over to the rest of the stuff. You get to see just how massive this move was. So, the mass exodus. The hot rod's under a cover. Sadly, I can't really work on it here in the parking lot of a RV park. The last minute I had to buy this trailer because all of our stuff wouldn't fit. So this is a 16-foot enclosed trailer that I'll be selling pretty quick after I'm done. She's from up north. She got a little rust underneath her, but she towed 900 miles like it wasn't even there. Got good tires and all. It'll be cheap. And then there's this old girl. This is our 26-foot monster. It's an old U-Haul truck. I don't know, 190,000 miles on it. Big black Chevrolet. It, from the tires forward, is full of nothing but my tools. It has tools, it has toolboxes, it has tools. From there back is furniture, and there's for furniture in the black trailer. As you can see, we used up every little space, which is one more reason why moving sucks. Now, the exodus leaving Florida had nothing to do with the fact that we don't absolutely love Florida. But Florida doesn't love us. The heat started getting to me pretty bad. As everyone knows, it's getting hot as can be out there. Look at that, I left the back unlocked. It's hot. Not only is it hot, but I sweat like a mule. So I couldn't do anything after noon or so. And behind us, the property, well, the old guy that used to own it had 300 or so acres out there. He went and passed away on us. Mixed emotions as to if he was a great guy or not, but that's neither here nor there. He, after he passed away, his wife decided to move back up where family was in Michigan, up by, oh geez, I can't think of the name of it, wherever Kellogg's is. So she moved back up there, and then she and their daughter sold it off. There's a guy that bought it selling it off in 5-acre plots, which it was originally laid out as. And because it's 5 acres a pop, not only is there a lot of money there, but there's a lot of people moving there. So we have Miami moving to the middle of nowhere, Florida. Now, we were 22 miles out of town, a mile off the road, all by ourselves. And of course, a few people slowly meandered in over the years. We've been there since, we bought the property in 2008. And there were a couple other people out there before us, but our closest neighbor was, better than a quarter of a mile away. Just about a quarter of a mile, I guess. But we first started out as a camp. Then we brought in first we started with our 39-foot Pacero motorhome. Started doing some work on the property. Then we brought a used old camp edition, or our mobile home park edition 30-foot trailer with a kick out, and started using that on weekends as a camp. Then we moved out there so that we could really start going and building. And when we did that, there weren't many people around. So we got used to it. You get used to walking out the door in the backyard and being able to pee, drink a beer, listen to the music you want. We had a 660-foot long shooting range. If I encroached on the neighbors, I could reach out to a quarter of a mile. And we could even go farther than that if we had wanted to, but there's really no reason. So that's what we did. And then as the neighborhood started to get busy here this last probably 2.5 years, 2 years, quality of life just started going down for what we were looking for. So we decided on either Alabama or Tennessee, and for various reasons, Tennessee was more inviting. The price of property was good. The area that we looked at, which is the western part of the state, about halfway between Memphis and Nashville, turned out to be real good as far as small town feeling. There's no income tax in Tennessee. The price of property is very reasonable. So we picked up 13 acres for a song. I won't go into the details there. Just know that if you're hunting and you're willing to do a little bit of work, you can get quite a piece. So we walked part of it, and it's a lot of property, and it's hilly, so it's going to work for us. But once again, moving sucks. I did buy a car dolly. Of course, we put that on a car hauler trailer. As we rolled it off, as you can see right where it is, it rolled right into the tongue of that trailer. So I'll be looking for a tailgate. If anybody knows where there's a reasonably priced tailgate for a 1957 Chrysler New Yorker, I sure could use it. I can fix this one, but if I can find one that's better to begin with, I would do that in a heartbeat if the price is right. So, give you an idea of what part we're in. We're in Savannah, Tennessee. We're staying in a place called Green Acres RV Park. I'm sure you're old enough, you remember the old TV show. It's a beautiful park. The people here are super friendly. It's ridiculously inexpensive. On a monthly basis, we're here for a couple months. It's less than $500 a month. Now they do charge $50 a piece for the things that are parked over there, but you know what? I don't care. They're giving us a break on the parking too, so yeah, it's really cheap. We do have to pay for our power, of course, so we're paying for that. Right next door is a Mexican restaurant. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably a 4, maybe a 5, but they do have cold beer, and that's never a bad thing. So going off to our left over here, might as well run down there real quick and just show you what's going on. We'll take a trip down the road. Well, I kind of decided to take you off of Time Warp because you don't get to see all the beauty around here. They're everywhere. They're just everywhere. So the neat thing about here compared to Florida, obviously, is that we have beautiful trees everywhere. The roads are really, really good. It's all rolling hills. It's very rural, even just barely out of town. We're 5 miles out of town. Savannah's not a big town. It's big enough that it has everything you need. It's got a few real good grocery stores. We have a Area Rise, Piggly Wiggly, which is a great grocery store chain. We have Kroger's, another one. We have a Save-A-Lot, which is a little different than the southern Save-A-Lots. The Florida Save-A-Lots. We have Tractor Supply, Harbor Freight, Walmart. We have a Truist Bank, which is our bank. We have all of the fast food joints, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Sonic. We have Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. Pretty much everything that you could want in a town that's not huge. I mean, you could drive from one end of town all the way to the other, probably 5 miles, maybe less. Oh, it's probably less, I'm sure. But as soon as you get out, this is what you see. So you can see that you know, there's, oh, and the cool thing is everywhere are old cars and trucks. I mean, everywhere. I'll take you for a little jaunt here later and just show you what's hiding out here, but it's insane. Everywhere I've looked, and of course I'm hunting in backyards all the time and looking for cool stuff, but there are square body pickups, there are the 60s version Chevy pickups, there's all sorts of early 50s pickup trucks. They're everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. It's so cool you can't imagine. And because you're in the middle of nowhere and these things haven't been on the road in a long time, they aren't balls of rust. Unless, of course, the windows are broke out and they rust from the inside out. So I'll put you on go on for a minute, and then I'll bring you back up when we get to something cool up here. So this is a little place just down the road from us. I'll just do a quickie little video here, add this to the thing. Once again, remember where you are. You're in Tennessee. As you can see, There's all sorts of neat stuff. It's kind of like an old western town, the way they've laid this out. As far as antiques and stuff, they're everywhere. Some really, really cool stuff. Old outdoor motors, old cornhole for you. Check this stuff out. Just cool old stuff. The way it's built. Architecture is amazing. This is old school. Not going to video everything. I figured I'd just take you down this walkway a little bit and to give you an idea what's out there. And we'll take a walk inside and see what's happening. So here's one of those cool places. The outpost at Pickwick Dam. Kind of gives you an idea what this place is all about. It is really nice inside. It is not what you'd expect. And they about have everything. So we are definitely going to check it out. This parking lot is constantly full. So we'll be getting a look. And we're definitely going to try the place out. There is not enough parking for what they do, which is pretty amazing. You want barbecue? This is the real deal here, everybody. They got some barbecue. You can tell this stuff is being used too. This ain't goof around, make it smell like smoke. They really do have it all. We'll take a walk around. Not gonna bother to show you the dumpster. Let's get a walk down here and see what they got. This is about as rustic as you can get. I guarantee you these boards are slippery when it's raining, but that's okay. Check this out. Pretty cool little spot. I know everybody and their brother's got a view and a video of all sorts of stuff that they think is cool, but remember, I'm a hot rodder at heart, and we're just kind of getting a little feel for the area here. Well, it's pretty neat stuff. Get back up here. I'll let it out some of this, but well, maybe I won't. We'll continue on around the corner. See what we've got going around here. Got a feeder down there. We'll probably have deer come right up to the area. And we can park back here too. Ooh, so slippery. This whole place is put together like an old shack town. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, that's enough of this for now. Let's give you a little view of the back. One of the outboard motors up there. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, now we're going to head back up the road And I'll show you the part that really makes me fall in love with this place. And that's all for this minute.